Hey everybody, this is Jeremiah at Reed Racing. We are back. Between this video and the last video, there should have been another video, but when I went to upload it, most of the video was completely black. All the files were corrupted. Don't know what happened, but I had already deleted the originals. So real quick, I'll run through what we did in that video and show you what I do have of that video. And then after that, we actually went and visited Corey and helped him with his stock car. We didn't get much of a video of us working, but we did talk to Corey for a little bit, so I'll include that in this video. And then in the next video, which drops tomorrow, we'll talk about how to install hubs and rotors on the front end of the car. The video after that, we're going to talk about freshening up the rear end of the car and installing it in the car. So make sure to follow along for those. If you want to follow along, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and let's get started. In that video, we put on the steering box, steering column, all the way up to the wheel. Since we had all this open, I talked about how the brake adjuster works, and as well as the brake clutch assemblies, and I talked a little bit about how the clutch and throwout bearing and all that works in the transmission. I do still have the video of that part, so I'll include that in this video right after this segment. So if you guys learn anything in this video, or you want to follow along with our build, or you want to watch us race spring, summer, through the fall, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll get started with this video. So I know I've talked about it when I was taking apart the side biter, but it's a little easier to see now that you can see the whole thing. So how this works for the brake bias adjuster, if you turn it all the way one way, or turn it one way, and you push on the brake, which that's got fluid in it still, but you see how it moves this one even before it moves the other one? Well, that one's going to run the brakes for, let's see, that one runs the brakes to the rear, it looks like. So right now it's turned all the way to the rear. And so when you push the brakes, it's basically only going to apply the rear brakes. As you turn it towards the front, it applies more and more of the front brakes. But basically after you get it all the way to the front, then it's going to push the front, not the back. So that's how that works. Now, these lines will run up for the gauges. So that's why they're sitting here like this. And then this line runs to the rear, this line runs to the front for the front brakes. So you got one master cylinder for the front brakes, one master cylinder for the rear brakes, and one master cylinder for the clutch, which clutch isn't currently hooked up right now. I got it disconnected there. But basically that runs down to your throwout bearing. So that master cylinder, that last master cylinder runs down to this. And how this works is, so you got the clutch here with these little fingers, okay? Well, when these fingers are out like this way, all the clutches are going to engage because it pushes them back together. And so what happens is when you push in the clutch, it expands, the fluid pressure expands this, pushes against these fingers, and it disengages these plates. So the motor can still spin, but it's not actually spinning the clutch plates inside. It's just spinning the housing around it. So that disengages your transmission basically. So that's how that works. Now, in a lot of like late models and stuff, and even some classes of modifieds, they have what they call a right front brake shutoff. So they'll have another lever basically inside the car that shuts the right front brake off. And what that allows you to do basically is, this side of the car has more brakes than that side. So when you hit the brakes, it'll turn the car down into the corner. So if you shut the right front brake off, you basically do that if you're super tight getting in. And so it helps you swing into the corner, or you turn it back on if you're too loose, and that'll tighten you back up getting into the corner. So they have that adjustment. My class doesn't run that, but that's one thing you can have. So we're going to head over to Corey's, not Corey's house, but a buddy of his, where he's got his car at. So Corey sold another car that he bought probably a month and a half ago, never even raced it. Sold that one, and he bought another one out of a guy from Fort Dodge, and he bought another one off of a guy from Fort Dodge. So we're going to go over to his buddy's house, take the old car out, put the new car in, and then we're going to start taking the wrap off of the new car, so that way when he gets his new wrap, he can put it on right away. So we're going to head over there. So got all of the wrap off the car. Used to be blue mostly. This side looks a lot better than this side does. I'm trying to talk Corey into cutting this out and putting new metal in, but he's wanting to be a cheapskate over there.
You can do it.
But he's got a
2014 Harris.
2014 Harris Terminator.
2019 update.
What is it?
2019 updates. May be my new hot rod this year.
You got a motor for it yet?
406. A little beast. Getting that from Brandon Dietrich. Throw a 3-speed behind it and see what you got.
Where are you gonna race it?
Fort Dodge, Webster. Maybe go to Mason City once in a while if I get a gear for that. But see what we can do. Limited schedule. Do a lot of US race stuff. Maybe some IMCA if I can find a decent 350 carb. But we'll have some fun this year. Do a learning year. Either play my rookie season or just do limited shows. Have a good time, race with my buddies.
So if you guys got a 350 carb out there you want to sell Corey, let him know. Shoot me a message.
I'll buy her up.
So what, have you sold your other car yet?
Oh yeah, she's going to North Dakota. Go back to my old stomping grounds where I grew up. So be racing in Fargo.
So how many cars have you sold this year now?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Last time you told me it was 10.
Well, can't keep track anymore. I get them and then I find a better deal or find something that fits my liking and kind of an impulse buyer, I guess. I'm gonna keep this one for a while. This is a pretty sharp car. I got it from Miles and he gave me a good deal on it. So get her ready to roll and she's gonna get wrapped in another week or 2 and see what she can do.
Got any sponsors?
I got Buff & Son, my main sponsor, my employer. And I got Mile and Hogman, Rank Seed. Got my grandpa with Rotenberger Farms up North Dakota. Got Luff Landscaping out of Newell. And a couple others that either they'll get on the car or if I go to Super Nats, they'll be on the car. So maybe buy some tires for me. But a lot of people help me out. Special thanks to my old lady. She lets me do this. She don't like it very much, but
how long ago did she call that you were supposed to go home?
oh, probably 2.5 hours ago. She hasn't bothered me yet, so she knows I'm having fun with Jeremiah. I don't get to do a whole lot of racing stuff with my racing buddies, so we're having fun. We're Googling up a new car. See what I can do to make it faster or make me faster, one of the two. But
You know, a couple of them bush lattes will give you some extra courage. Keep that pedal to the floor.
After the races, children. After the races. We'll have a good time after the races.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. We don't condone that.
No. That's a bad deal.
Drink the beer while you're working on the car.
Yes. This is where all the speed secrets happen, right here in the shop. But I want to give a special thanks out to Troy Eddy. He lets me use the shop to work on it. Got a nice wood stove, keeping everything warm.
Right over there.
But we'll get her going, and hopefully we can make Nebraska this in March. And see if we can get fucking Slappy over here to go with us, Mr. Jeremiah.
Need some sponsors for that, so hit me up.
He's a good racer. He's got limited budget right now, so any little bit helps. Get some tires, get some fuel costs, maybe pay for his hotels. But
Well, I got that toter. I just need fuel.
It's gonna be cold, but we gotta get you a hotel.
We got some space heaters. We'll be all right.
And we're gonna find him his tolerance. We got to buy that yet because we got to get him to drink and have a little bit of fun when we're racing too.
I don't drink very much.
Yeah, that's for another day. That's for another day.
The less I drink, the more Corey gets to drink, so he's okay with it.
I'll buy it all. It's fine. But, yeah, just stay tuned for Jeremiah and me's race season. We're looking forward to some good things. I got my rookie season coming up in stock car, and Jeremiah's in his second year, so
B-Mod, Sport Mod.
B-Mod, Sport Mod, and we're gonna hopefully make some news and make some people look at us and maybe get a couple other sponsors and go from there.
And we're also gonna hopefully have another GoPro, so that way when Corey's out there racing, we can put one in his car, so you can watch him hit the wall a couple times.
I'll definitely buy one. So if anybody's got one, a used one for sale, I'll definitely buy it. Otherwise, I'll go buy a new one. So
I got a 7 now. I'm looking for a 5. That way I can charge the batteries and swap the batteries instead of having to wait for this thing to charge up. So if you got a 5 that has a removable battery, or anything that's got a removable battery, so that way I can charge 2 batteries and just swap the batteries, that'd be great. So let me know. You got our Facebook page?
I got Clat Racing, 5K for my racing page. Take a look at it, take a gander, and give me a like. Same with Jeremiah Reed.
Reed Racing.
Reed Racing, and
make sure to follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Just look up Reed Racing. Follow us on Instagram. Same thing.
I don't do Instagram, so that's all Jeremiah's stuff.
I don't do as much Instagram as I do Facebook, but I still do it.
Well,
so if you want to really follow along, just follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
yeah, there you go. And we're looking at maybe getting some t-shirts this year, so you gotta come down to the pits. No matter if we crash or win or not. We got some t-shirts for sale and some driver cards, so if the kids like the car. Doing a kind of a unique wrap this year. Kids are gonna like it. Might do some Paw Patrol, some other Disney Channel stuff. So kids like it, bring them down. We'll get them a driver card. I'll sign a card. And
we'll both have t-shirts this year. I still have a lot from last year. Those are a little cheaper, so let me know if you want one. They're $15 for a t-shirt. We got hoodies for $25, black and gray. I don't have one on now, otherwise I'll show you what it looks like. But
mine are gonna be cheaper than Jeremiah's, so just come buy mine first, and then I'll give you a deal on his after that. So
don't do that.
Beer's always cold in my pit. If you want to come down, have a beer and chat, and
after we drive.
After we drive, at the end of the night, come down and have a beer and look around the car. If kids want to sit in the car, they can do it. Other than that, have a good rest of your winter, and looking forward to March.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along in the future, whether it's with our garage videos or whether it's us racing the early spring all the way through the fall this year, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and check out our partner links down below. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.